Okay, so just so you know, Brandon is for the NBA, trip next week. I'll be getting there. The nurse needs forms so that she can cross-check them with what she has on record to make sure if anybody has any specific medical needs, that we are aware, especially for something that we have to assist with. So, I need these back tomorrow.
All right.
It'll take 3 minutes to complete. Tops. For most parents, 30 seconds. Alright, so I need you to make reminders. I want us to bypass the whole, oh, right, shoot, I forgot. I want you to put yourself in basically a state of emergency. Alright, like low risk emergency, how about that? Meaning nobody's gonna get hurt, but this is a high state of urgency. Alright, I would like all of these in my hand tomorrow, so at the end of the school day, I can walk them up to the nurse's office, hand them to her, and then she can get back to me in about a day or so after she does all the reviewing for it, to make sure everybody's good to go. Okay? A couple of students are taking the liberty right now to set your reminders. I think it's a great idea. You can certainly do that. I was in high school once. I was very forgetful, and I have good faith that people will forget. Don't be that person. Okay? Don't be that person. And percussion. Do you not read music back there again? I'm still seeing music back there from time to time, and they're getting a little irritating. Whoever you are. Okay? If you need a music folder, I have them. Ask me, I'll give it to you for free. Thank you for that. Okay. So I sent you guys an email a little earlier regarding spring trip, regarding grades. Even though the 24th, which was last Monday, was what I had called the deadline for turning in the assignment late to receive partial credit. I am so just disappointed at how many students made the choice not to complete it. There's still 2 students that did nothing. Whatever your very poor, low levels of motivation in your life, I'll pray for you. Because there's something wrong with you. Your grade is so much lower. Some people 2-letter grades down. We have some C's in here. We got a couple D's. Because in addition to that, you stumped up your chromatic scale and did not request to replay it. So my grades are finalized as of tomorrow night. Please take a look at your Power School today. And if you don't like your grade, email me. Email me. Maybe I can, maybe there's a way that I can give you an opportunity for a grade replacement. But after tomorrow night, it's over. Because that's when, Wednesday is when our grades, Wednesday is the end of the marking period. That's when grades have to be done officially. I always get my grades done 1 day early before the end of the marking period. Okay? It's just so weird for me to see these lower grades in high school. Everybody should have an A in band. Alright, but as soon as we get into any type of a written assignment, some of you are just like, and you just kind of brush it off. Maybe there's people in here who, as long as you're passing your classes, you're okay. But I'm not sure what this sudden complacency is for some of you. It's not a healthy part of our culture. Because in our culture in here, we should have a desire to execute at high levels. Okay, not just with music. And it's my goal to teach, to instill that into you with everything that you're doing, not just in theory. Okay? All right, and the other thing is our spring trip date, was originally May 17th because of some major, schedule conflicts that have, arisen. We've had to move the spring trip date to, 1 weekend earlier, May the 10th. And according to the student poll, about 82% of you, had, voted for, a return trip to Busch Gardens. So that's where we'll be going for our trip.
I've never been there before.
Just as a friendly reminder, any and all school fees, including our tuition fees for those that March and fall, need to be paid in full in order to be eligible for the trip. Okay? And I do have an unwritten policy of, if a student were to get ISS, OSS, or even a lunch detention, I can veto you. I can cross your name off the list and not go on the trip with us. I have to say that. Because I used to work at EPS. That's right, I said it. Because I have some stinkers in my program. A couple of here and there would sneak in, and I do my best to get them out by the end of the school year, or get them better. Make them better, or make them go away. Either way, the band gets better. Okay, that's the way I see it. Okay, but toxic behavior in a band program is like a cancer. It just grows and it destroys everything, and you have to cut it out. So, but I prefer this magical, undiscovered, healing power for that cancer as well, and trying to reform the student to make them better. I give them that chance as long as I possibly can. There's only been one time in my career where I took a student to the office and slapped a schedule change request on the guidance counselor's desk and said, he wants to change his schedule, and all that. One time ever, just once. It wasn't even EBS, it was years before that. Okay, so occasionally one or two might sneak through the cracks, but we got great people here, so I don't think we have to worry about that. Okay, I will occasionally see a band student's name pop up for an ISS or something, and I sit there and I go, I wonder what they did. I wonder if it could have been prevented, which is a rhetorical question. We know it could have, right? Okay? So don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. But I'll get spring trip, information out as soon as we can, as far as, the fee. Really, it's all about money. The cost for the trip and the due date for that payment, so we can, get our, park tickets and, charter bus, paid for, in time. Last year, I think the fee was around like $90, something like that. It's probably gonna be closer to 100 this year, maybe a little bit more, and that's just because we're gonna get a charter bus that's a little nicer.
Yeah.
So, the smell of the charter bus matters.
Yeah.
Yes.
It smells like a hospital half the time.
I don't care if you don't have a cell phone charger at every seat. Okay? All right, bring a charging, battery pack.
Oh yeah, that's
All right, or they sell them for astronomically high prices, at Busch Gardens. Or if you're like me and I actually walk in there with a, charge plug, and you, if you look very carefully, you can occasionally find yourself a little outlet. Yourself an ice cream, plug it in for 30 minutes, low power mode. Okay, all right, so back to the present. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good.
So, all I'm looking to do for this week, as we have our final 8 rehearsals, before MPA, is to just continue to polish, continue to improve, continue to develop consistency, so it's not hit or miss, but it's starting to get consistently good. And then from there, just make it as musical as we can, alright? I pledge to all of you that, we will not lose the joy in our rehearsal. We will still, have a good time, but we gotta take care of business. we need to get it done, okay? If we're going to feel performance ready 1 week before performance, that gives us 3 rehearsals. Because that would be after Wednesday's class, right? Okay, great. So let's work hard and let's have fun, as always. Sound good? Okay, yes ma'am. Those are, I'm gonna send that out, either this evening or tomorrow morning. I'm typing that up right now for teachers. Thank you for listening. Okay, and, if you don't hear from me about those teachers, by this evening, you know anything. Or it's just, I'm getting slammed with emails at the moment and I'm just forgetting. Okay? A little persistence is what I need. Okay, here we go. Let's warm up. Yes, ma'am? Second page, yeah, the whole thing needs to be filled out. 2 pages. 2 pages. The whole thing needs to be filled out.
Section that says, the destination and all that, will you fill that out or do we like? the-
Okay, so, all right, just to make it easy, the destination is Havelock High School. Havelock High School, okay? You know, the times and details and that kind of stuff is all on the separate field trip form. So this is really just for your personal, information, okay? Yes, sir.
Are we using that afterward last year?
We're gonna work that out. I'm not sure where and what yet, the Boosters gonna help me figure that out, but, we'll let you know. We have a meeting tomorrow night, Booster meeting tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, so hopefully we'll be able to come up with something. Okay, let's warm up, please. On zone 1, get settled, be focused. Looking anywhere but at me, just wait for you to look at me. There you are. There you are. Campbell?
They called her down.
Right, yes, okay. So, all right, here we go. And 1, 2, and ready, and play, and. Thank you. Nice tone, breathe. Nice warm tone, all on the bottom. Okay, be sure the tongue is down when you're playing that low range, so you don't get but yaw, and that helps the tone. Okay, long tone 2, ready? 1, 2, 3. It's getting better. Changing from high to low is getting better. Thank you. All right, keep that air committed. Okay, long tone 3. Let's keep going. Ready? 1, 2, ready? 1, 2, 3. That's right. E. You hear that? Now, tell me what I'm doing to make this sound change.
Your tongue.
Go to your tongue.
Here's the tongue, here's what it's doing. He, that's what I'm talking about with the tongue. You raise it, and that rasp by your nose is what's good for you. Right? You do that to your main to upper register, and that will free up your high range. Like you wouldn't believe. All they ever say is make the hole smaller, right? Make it smaller, make it, squeeze the lips together, make it smaller, make the air go faster. Only so small, and so much you can do with that. Raise the tongue. Makes it so much easier. So much easier. Last night was the Oscars. Okay? It's great. It's great. It's incredible music. Started off with music from Wizard of Oz and Wicked. Oh my gosh. I'm obsessed with music. I love that music. It's so pretty. And that young lady plays Elphaba. I have tears now, like I'm welling up. It was so pretty. But it was just so good. And live. She hit it live. This is live. This is not a recording. And it was really hard. What she was singing, the original Idina Menzel Elphaba part, she gave Idina a masterclass in the way that she sang that. But in that performance, a few times here and there, they showed the orchestra. And of course, as a nerd, I'm sitting here looking to see if I spotted the trumpet section. I can name all three of them. All right, the #1 on-call trumpeter in Hollywood for movie scores and Oscars and all the big things is Wayne Bergeron, and he was there. So every time I hear them play, I know it's going to be on point. Also, when they were recognizing the late great Quincy Jones, they did the famous selection from, if anybody knows the musical The Wiz. Anybody ever heard of The Wiz?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's okay to say it. It's a black version of Wizard of Oz. Okay, and that Dorothy was played by the amazing Diana Ross, and the Scarecrow was played by Michael Jackson.
Wait,
For those that didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Right, and in the story, he sang a song called "He's On Down the Road." Okay, and last night that was sang by the great Queen Latifah. But it's just such a great night of music, and also a lot of emotions, because they always go through the list of who's passed away over the year, and you forget how many that leave us in 1 year. But when you listen to that orchestra play, and you listen to that sound that they create, you're just like, these people were students once, and they had their issues that they were trying to work out as musicians, and they're probably still trying to get better too, even though you're playing in an orchestra for the Oscars, you're pretty much on the mountaintop. But just listening to them play, it sounds like it's not real, because it's almost too good. So, but that's what makes it so exciting to hear that kind of stuff and to know that you can play at that level. So maybe that should be a kind of a requirement for us, so I can bring in a DVD of it or something of the Wiz, because I only saw a couple of hands go up, and there's some really good music in there. So, but anyways, we'll talk about that more when we have more time. but, we still have to do flexibility 2 and 3, right?
Yeah.
Let's do flexibility 2. Yes, Jan?
Dumb question, but is there like professional percussionists that play in the orchestra as well?
He's drum set player. Drum set player. They probably had a few sparkly, moments here and there, maybe with orchestra bells or things like that. But it's mostly run off the kit. So yeah. And they play track, and they have a director, and they have everything all timed to the people coming in and coming out. There was a funny moment with Mark Hamill, the guy that played the original Luke Skywalker. He came out to present the award for best original score for movies from this year, this past year. And of course, the orchestra's playing the main title theme music from Star Wars as he's coming out. And when it's time for him to start talking, he kind of looks back at the orchestra and he jokingly says, "I requested they play the theme from Jaws, but they wouldn't listen." So, little joke there. So if you think about how many times he has appeared for a speech or something or whatever in his life, and that's his intro music. So I can imagine if you be like, say something else. Okay, flexibility 2. Sorry guys. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, flexibility 3. Here we go. And 2, ready, play.
Mount Everest.
Oh, you like it? Oh, you
Whatever, so free.
Beginning. We're a little late. Just go ahead and stand up when I play. Mark it. This was the game. Anything you miss, you mark. You can close your performance. That's what it takes. Mark it. Don't miss that. E-flat second bell. Ready? D. It's slowing down every time you go down. D, ya, da, D, ya, da. D, la, da, D, ya, da, D. I'm saying here. I'm saying we've got to start feeling this in better people. Here we go. Beginning. ready, play. That's right, hands go up, it's time to play. Let's go. Ready? Come on. Ready? That's so much better with drums. So much better. Trumpets, let me hear you at the beginning. 1, 2, ready, play. The accidental carries through the bar. Measure 2, the third note is E flat. You were taught that a long time ago. Okay? Alright? Now why is that note sticking out so badly? Because it's unison. That's right. Because it's unison. Alright, so it will be badly exposed. Okay? Trumpets. 1, 2, ready, play. I'll do it again. 1, 2, ready, play. E flat, F, E flat, D. E flat, F, E flat, D. Right there on your music. Don't look at my face, look at your music. Measure 2. Measure 2. Measure 2. E flat, F, E flat, D. 2, 1, 2, 1. Alright? Alright? We cannot afford to miss notes. 1, 2, ready, play. D flat, first and second valve. Measure 3. D flat, first and second valve. And then E flat, then right back to D flat, right?